are now listening to the Rise and Grind Morning Show, presented by 419 The Grind.
If I had to start a war, baby, just to be next to you, I aim and throw a grenade for you, then rocket launch down a plane for you, climb every mountain, cliff hang for you. Right hand on the Bible, they put me on trial, I lie for you. Do the time for you, it's no explanation, I'll ride for you. Ain't no explanation, no hesitation, my life is you. You the one I am too. I'll build a world, make everybody bow to you if you make me your only girl. Live the life of diamonds and pearls, give you all the love you deserve. One might say I sound absurd, but baby, I know I might sound crazy, but I do it all for you, for you, for you, for you. For you, for you, for you, for you. For you, for you, for you, for you. There's nothing I won't do, I'll do it all for you. You, you, you. For you. For you. There's nothing I won't do, I'll do it all for you. Train on that one day of glitz and glam for you. I'd rather have a night of just to fight with you and make sweet love a kiss and hug and make another baby. Can't wait to have that ring, so I'm officially your lady. If I could build a world, I'll just give myself to you, so I'll be your only girl. But your life with diamonds and pearls, you live and live this unheard. And I know I might sound absurd, but baby, I know I'm sounding crazy, but I do it all for you. For you. For you. For you. For you. For you. There's nothing I won't do, but do it all for you. For you. For you. For you.
I was trying to figure some shit out.
For you.
Boom, that's it.
Still a win. Let's go. Dear Miss Flawless, to shine over all that you call in, and I heard you go hard, you go all in. fuck a friend, no time for falling out. And you're all about your bread, no more going out. See, that's just what I like, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, baby.
No matter what, always on the grind, cause a little's not enough. Got these bad bitches mad by the way she had it up. Just missing the price tag, cause I got you back it up. All she do is win. I see you shining, grinding, so keep all she do is win. I see you shining, grinding, so keep winning.
You prove that you would be more than nothing. Staying ahead of the game, you realize. Let your haters motivate you into becoming whatever it is you want in your life. Don't let the clothes and the cars define you. Just love yourself like you desire to. And when times get hard, girl, just keep the faith and have your way. Have your way. Have your way.
No matter what, always on the grind, cause a little's not enough. Got these bad bitches mad by the way she had it up. Just missing the price tag, cause I got you back it up. All she do is win.
I see you shining, grinding, so keep
All she do is win.
I see you shining, grinding, so keep shining. Not a flawless swagger, ain't a chick better. Doing all the things that I like. Being a freak, she a master. Ain't no depth past. So good, I wanna make her my wife.
All she do is win. No matter what, always on the grind, cause a little's not enough. Got these bad bitches mad by the way she had it up. Just missing the price tag, cause I got you back it up. All she do is
Your body calling, I'm answering on that first ring. Beverly Kruger, I'm killing shit in your wet dreams. Die face first in your dress chest, got my beard shining like bling bling. She asks how I like my cookies, told her double stuff, I need more cream. She like short things, I'm talking orgasms on orgasms, knees touching shoulders on straight. Slide 2 fingers in your tongue tickle clear. Walmart demise roll back. She pulling my hair, I'm yanking out tracks. Put a tip in and whisper, who's that? Sex on fire, perfect match. Now I'm Harlem shaking, baby, take that. Take that.
Every single part of you feel like a blessing. But baby, I got a confession. When you're sexing me, you feel like I'm in heaven. So baby, I got a suggestion. Make me a sex fiend, baby, baby, sex fiend. Make me a sex fiend, baby, baby, sex fiend. I'm feeling for ya. I'm feeling for ya. Girl, you got me feeling. I'm feeling for ya. Oh, no, 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 no. All I wanna do is come get next to ya and whisper in your ear while I'm sexing ya. I'm telling you what you wanna hear, yeah. So baby, let me clear the air. I'm about to lick you up so I can take your whole soul now. And if I pick you up, I might take the bus to go downtown. I know it's slippery when wet, but I ain't even done yet. And if I happen to drown, I won't have no regret. Every single part of you feel like a blessing. But baby, I got a confession. When you're sexing me, it feel like I'm in heaven. So baby, I got a suggestion. Make me a sex fiend, baby, baby, sex fiend. Make me a sex fiend, baby, baby, sex fiend.
reminiscing, man, you know what I'm saying, and vibing on how things used to be, you dig? Like when we was youngsters, you know what I'm saying, that old West End used to rock. St. Angeles jump, you know?
When children used to see the dance every day. I used to go to Toledo. When kids really used to go outside and play. I used to go to Toledo. When females used to carry themselves as women. I used to go to Toledo. When hustlers used to do their time without snitching.
Listen, I remember back in the day when I was a child, doing bad, mama used to take us to eat at Hot and Now. Very convenient, the food was good and plus it was cheap. Creeping off the block to go swimming at Willie's every week. Dirt courts in just about every backyard, hooping on crates. Sneaking jars out the house, trying to catch lightning bugs and snakes. The good old days when penny candy really used to cost a penny. Ice cream truck had ice cream on it, you could buy for 10 pennies. Pimping your bike out with chrome caps, reflectors, and mirrors. The hood used to be a village back when the neighbors cared. It was less snitching, more females carried themselves like women. I wish I could go back and visit, cause I miss the old Toledo.
When children used to see the dance every day.
I mean, it ain't got that same vibe it got no more in the streets, you know?
Used to go outside and play.
Yeah, okay. I feel where you going, CJ.
Females used to carry themselves as
okay,
women.
man. It's your boy Bobcat, man. Just reminiscing. Check this.
Where hustlers used to do their time without snitching.
I'm just reminiscing about the old days. And nah, I don't go far back as the OJs. Lane, look, I'm talking late 80s, early 90s. On Auburn up at Peach Rose is where you could find me. I was screaming crossroads for the love of the dough. 16 double O until the world blow. When Indo and Joint Mob had a lock on the South. And Arden Coleman had you scared to come out of your house. Around the time when Magic Wand found out he was Plera. And Ray Stone was so fly, yeah, that was the era. Philly and Philly and all was reppin' for Out Hill. That Scott and Libby gang could damn near get a nigga killed. When Northtown was bumpin', Southwick was slumpin'. Follow the light, lightning rod had every club jumpin'. I give her arm, a leg, 2 shoulders, and a tooth. To see Toledo how it was in my youth. Man, I miss the old Toledo.
When children used to see the dance every day. When kids really used to go outside and play. When females used to carry themselves as women. When hustlers used to do their time without snitching.
Wake up, Toledo.
Wake your ass up.
You're listening to the 419 Grind, Rise and Grind Morning Show.
Yeah, because we're still on the show on YouTube.
Yeah, these are still running.
Yeah, we're still doing
I'm like, what am I looking at? Because this feels weird.
You gotta adjust. It's gotta be quick on your feet.
Good morning, Grinders. Good morning.
Hump Day Wednesday on your cool ass.
Yes.
Man, Hump Day.
Hump Day.
Hump Day.
Shout out to Hump Day. Shout out to the 419 Grinders.
Hey.
And the Grinders from, where was she from?
Algeria.
Shout out to Algeria.
What is she doing up? It's like the evening over there, ain't it?
Could be.
That's why they up.
Yeah.
It's the evening.
She's up late.
It's 5 o'clock.
Probably having dinner or whatever.
Drinking.
Well, shout out to our sponsors, Hot Box.
Hot Box.
Mud City Entertainment.
Let me hear how you said it when I was gone. Start over. Let me hear. Let me just hear what you did.
Okay, all right.
Do it.
Shout out to our sponsors, Hot Box.
Hot Box.
Mud City Entertainment. Greater New Psalmist Church.
Amen.
Lance Self, the People Salesman.
Yep.
J. Russ Jennings.
Yep.
Sasha Denise.
Sasha.
Legendary Carpet Care.
Uh-huh.
Kendall Harvey.
Yeah.
The Social Butterfly.
Hey, Miss Carter.
Oh, Henry's Kitchen on Wheels.
Rolling.
Details by Sino.
Crispy.
And Witness Riches Forever. What was crispy?
What was crispy about that?
If you would like to become a sponsor of the Rise and Grind Morning Show, send your info to Rise
and Grind
at the 419grind.com and you can become a sponsor of our show.
Yeah, I didn't like.
I did it yesterday.
Yeah.
I already knew.
Jesse, you let him do that every time?
No, I did.
Oh.
Actually, I did not. I looked at him like he was crazy. And so that's when he was saying that, oh, Shae's going to get me.
Yeah, I said
Shae is going to get me.
Content manager.
Yeah, I don't like that. But it's cool. I'm back.
It is cool. It was cool outside this morning.
Yeah, it was.
That's right.
It's
Yeah,
real
nice little segue there.
My elbows was cold.
brisk out there.
Yeah.
I have to go get me a sweater.
September is here, y'all.
It's coming.
It ain't
It's
playing.
Well, it's currently 64 degrees. You know it is that time of the weather when it starts getting real cold, and it will start warming up because we will get to a high at 81 degrees. It does say that it will be sunny all day today, so it looks like it will be a nice day. Perfect hump day.
It is.
Day.
And as far as traffic was concerned, I got out the door a little bit late this morning, so if you don't get out on time and them buses start coming out,
I'm telling
then you can't
buses,
even be mad.
Buses, dump trucks.
Yes,
people.
I swear, it seemed like they was all out. So
Yeah, I was coming down 475 north, or 75 north to 475 east. There was a car flipped over on the highway.
Oh, wow.
Looked like it was a pretty serious accident. Traffic was really backed up. So if you can avoid that little interchange right on that like turn when you're coming down to 475, try to avoid it if you can right now.
Also, Door Street, you're not getting past Inverness because of the Solheim Cup. So if you're coming from Richards, you only can go like by Channel 13 and make a U-turn. And if you
what they do, shut the whole street down?
They just got that section down. You can't get through.
That's real power.
It's like
man.
a
little ball shuts down the whole.
for that busy of a street.
Yeah, so you got to go around. Yeah, and I feel sorry for. Well, I don't feel sorry for like the businesses in that area, like they don't have access to it.
Like you talking about like the strip mall like past Inverness on Door?
And the little it's a little auto repair shop, but they were letting people park there, so maybe
I think they make money off of their parking. So they should
I'm
be
sure they're getting there.
Yeah.
But what about all those people that live there? Are there apartments back there next to
Yeah.
them?
They probably got to take the back ways.
They got to take the long way home.
Because they got that parking lot like blocked off, like to get into the apartments.
Yeah.
Well,
we went over there yesterday thinking we were going to get our press passes, but that's today.
We got a grinder asking, is Jesse you hooping at LA Fitness today? No, he'll be at the gym with me today.
I'm gonna be telling him no. I don't know what time though. Maybe like
5.
1-ish.
You trying to hoop with Jesse?
What?
I said 5.
Why?
Because you're going to be working out from 12:10 to 12:45.
No.
So you going to go over there at 1?
No, I'm going to the gym probably at 1 o'clock.
Right after we get done at 12:50, so that works. Okay.
All right.
Just put me on.
You told me yes, didn't you?
Did I? No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
You said was I going to the gym?
Right, after we
I'm
got
going
our
to
press
my
passes,
gym.
and you said yes.
Yes, I'm going to LA Fitness.
Ah.
Y'all argue about this every day.
Because he's been playing. He been supposed to go.
I ain't been playing. Hey, haven't I been in it? He seen me at the gym.
I don't care about that gym. I'm talking you were supposed to come to LB's with me for the last 7 months.
Oh, really?
Dang,
7 months.
She's counting.
That's a long time.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of 7 months.
You can't even switch it up. Speaking of 7 months, exactly.
Oh,
so
speaking
just
of 7
in my mouth.
Speaking of 7
close
months,
my mouth
it
today.
is now the first day of September.
That's right. 22 days left of summer.
Yeah,
first of them.
He just wanted to get off that topic.
I don't care.
Fast as
You need to
possible.
if you want me to end this conversation about this, because I'm going to bring it up every single day. You just need to come.
She's not letting him out.
I'm not letting up.
That's
We'll see.
some good cross-examining right there. You just don't let him out.
I'm not
When
letting
they
up.
dodge.
When I listened to my motivational speech this morning, they said Les Brown kept getting denied for a job, and he showed up every day until he just said, "Forget it, I'm coming."
Yeah, I'm saying no
putting
every
the
day until.
well,
No, I'm just playing.
I'm putting the pressure on you.
No, but
and the grinders are listening. They're gonna start being in the comments
care
too.
about them listening.
All right, you say that now.
But
You say that now.
you made me forget I was going to say.
Good.
You
That
made me
pinched
forget
your
I was
nerve.
going to say.
Yeah.
Thank you. I
Good, because it was gonna be some
What was that?
bullshit. That's what he was gonna say.
The first day of September.
It's the first of the month.
That day
Wake
I'll
up,
always
wake up.
remember.
He said,
That was the day.
he said you don't look like a hooper, but you way better than what I thought. Yeah, I look like a hooper now because I'm like, let me see, 50 pounds heavier than what I was when I was originally a hooper.
See, if you wasn't 50 pounds heavier, you could stop that if
I
you
am
would have made it to the gym.
230 pounds. My goal is to get down to 210.
Well, we can get there, right?
That's
We go to the
water
gym.
weight. Drink some water.
That's what it is, yeah.
Water weight, bread weight.
Yeah. I haven't had any bread all week, so that's,
good job.
that's helping. So
Yesterday I had buffalo chicken dip, so I had to eat it with tortilla chips.
No,
and
you
I
didn't.
had
You didn't have to.
lemon cake.
You could just ate it with a fork.
No.
You can drop
But
20. Real
anyway,
quick.
speaking of fork, Dennis.
We're not gonna go with that. I don't need fork-related topics.
Oh, okay.
Fork in the road.
Actually, I do.
Fork in the road.
Fork in the river. Okay, fork in the road. Fork in the river. We're talking about the Maumee River today. The city of Maumee. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but it was dumping like millions of gallons of raw sewage into the Maumee River for over 20 years.
What?
And it just came to light recently. They had to disclose to the Ohio EPA that basically for almost a quarter century, they had a bunch of unfinished sewer projects that were supposed to prevent sewer overflows when it rained. So they've just been dumping raw sewage into the river for probably close to 25
Shame on
years.
you, Mommy. That's why they don't eat the fish out the river.
Yep, so they have to try to figure out how to get $100 million over the next 30 years. They raised utility rates in Maumee recently.
Wow.
And, but at least for the time being, they don't know what they're going to do here.
I tell you what, be careful driving through Maumee if they need some money, because you're going to get a ticket.
It's great advice.
You're going to raise my water bill because that's what y'all did.
Well, and the thing is, they were saying that employees lied about what was going on all of these years.
Of course they did.
So, you know,
they need the doc they pay.
Well, somebody actually probably needs to be charged criminally for this. They were allowed to dump 25 million gallons of raw sewage, which sounds crazy, right? But the Ohio EPA basically says this is fine. You guys are allowed to dump 25 million gallons of raw sewage, which is absolutely disgusting. What did they actually do? Up to 150 million gallons a year of raw sewage into the Maumee River.
A year?
It's like, it's like if you want to do something like this, just name yourself after the river and then just destroy it. You know, like that's the way it goes down. So, Maumee, shame on you.
How long has this been going on?
20 something years.
What?
I remember 20 years back when Maumee River looked pretty decent.
Well,
yeah, when the sports arena was over there.
Yeah. Okay,
so check this out though. What was the consequence of them doing this? A fine of $29,000.
That's it.
About $1,000 a year, and it can be used to fix their water treatment plant.
Oh, so now they just need
So a little slap on the wrist.
What in the world?
It's crazy, man. So
And give
shame
them a
on you,
solution.
city leaders of Maumee. Historically, this is a
Yeah, that's
shame.
crazy.
You should be ashamed of yourselves. You know,
You are not. You are now
Don't
not a part of the
go.
419.
They get donkey at a day. They get camel at a day.
You are now not a part of the 419.
Making the Maumee River shitty boom boom.
I mean, you know, look, I think all cities to a certain extent were doing this. Toledo was doing this as well, but they just, I think they just invested like $100+ million on this overflow infrastructure. Because what happens is when the rain really gets bad, there's nowhere for all the raw sewage to go, and it just like dumps into wherever it can. And so they've created these like basins that basically hold in Toledo. Maumee just got to do the same thing, but I guess they chose to lie instead of just do something about it. So you know what? Dishonesty has a cost. I don't know what that is. Unfortunately, it's probably going to pass to the taxpayers. They say that if they stopped it now, if they try to stop it now, just back up in everyone's basement.
That's crazy.
I figure you want to get taxpayers' attention, though. You just back up sewage in their basement. They'll start getting smart about who they elect, huh?
Yeah.
Well, anyways.
That's shitty.
Yes, that's right.
Literally.
That's right. That's right.
How much they supposed to have to build a water treatment plant or something? Why would they have one? Like,
I don't know. It's like a third world problem, right? Like we can't control sewage overflow. Like where are we? It's crazy. So, anyways.
So wait a minute. If they're dumping all this sewage into the river, where did they get the clean water from?
So sewage and storm drains are usually separated. So basically, you can get storm water one way, and then you get sewage. Sewage goes to the sewage treatment plant, right? So they're completely separated usually, and they don't ever really cross over. They're not supposed to. When you have big rain events, though, there's so much water that sometimes it just sort of commingles and gets into the river.
So wouldn't that affect like every town that's along the Maumee River? Like,
well, you know what the actual worst part about this is? Where we actually get our water is in the mouth of the the Maumee River in Lake Erie. So basically, the Maumee has been dumping all of this only for us to pull it out of the mouth of the river in the middle of Lake Erie. So this is just
That's why I gargle with bottled water. I'm telling you.
Oh, okay.
I was expecting to like what?
I don't even.
You don't use tap water for anything.
No, sir.
So there's no real sign of when this is going to stop. There's no like immediate solution to this.
No.
Boy, you was boiling them vegetables in that tap water the other day. Get out of here.
Nah, that's bottled water.
Playing here now.
Wait a minute. How do you make your noodles?
Bottled water.
I don't know. Bottled water is that much
using
better.
this water in there when you make them noodles.
No, I use bottled water.
Yeah, I don't know. Bottled water is that much better though.
It's not.
It's in plastic.
What kind of bottled water is it? Purified or is it? What's the other one called?
Spring.
Spring is it or
I think it's purified.
Nope.
That's bad.
I just yesterday's that spring water supposed to be the best one.
Yeah, spring water.
And I didn't know that. And it tastes the nastiest to me.
It does.
You said it tastes like dirt, right?
Yeah.
Spring water.
But
Just out the spring.
Right.
So what's the best water? Alkaline?
Nope, not even alkaline.
Oh.
I just filter it.
Like purified water is like
because you're doing too much, too many steps and doing all that.
Yeah, you don't even know what the hell you.
I was listening to Dr. Sabi. Is that how you pronounce it? His grandson. They still do the health stuff, and he was saying like alkaline water is not the best water is spring water.
Mm-hmm.
So they know the recipe
from a natural spring, I guess.
From Grandpa. So yeah.
Well,
I'll switch over to spring.
I don't think we'll be battling any Toledo water anytime soon.
No.
So, anyways, back on Tesla.
I saw that.
I'm trying to avoid it, guys. I don't want to do
every
this
time you
to
come,
him.
it's a
I don't want to
Tesla
do this to
story.
him, but you know
What happened this thing on
So
time?
Florida, Tesla's driving autopilot, right? It's pretty early in the morning, 5 a.m., and it hits a police car.
Oh.
And the police car had its lights on, its sirens on, and had pulled over to the shoulder. And this is the 11th instance in which there has been an accident involving autopilot with a car that had its lights on, a police car, a first responder.
Is it supposed to recognize the siren?
I mean, you would think so, but for whatever particular reason, it's not getting this quite right.
Did it rear-end you?
Yeah, in this instance. And you know, the thing, actually, it hit the cruiser's left side, and then it collided with another vehicle. And I think the thing is, like, the common theme through all of these is that the car is really not supposed, the first responder's not like supposed to be there. It's not like a normal flow of traffic type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's pulling over to try to help somebody or whatever else. So the cars are in a weird place. Or it's possible maybe even that their sirens or the flares are somehow interrupting the ability for the computer to process it. But
Was the driver in his seat this time?
Yes.
He was asleep?
Don't know if he's asleep. He's 27 years old. He reported
Must have been, and he ain't trying to stop the car going into the
Yeah, I know,
police.
right?
He ain't trying
It's 5 a.m.
hit the
too.
brakes or
Maybe he was
nothing.
just like, I'm gonna blame it on the car. Hey, so ain't the Tesla dude the dude that keep going to space?
Elon Musk owns SpaceX. So I don't know if I think he's been to space one time.
Oh, that's the Amazon.
He's talking about Jeff Bezos.
Oh, okay.
That's
Bezos
Amazon.
sort of went to space. He didn't go that high up, like, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
He
But
just
yes,
took a cruise up.
just another like rich white guy going to space, right? Like,
He got to try to figure out how to keep
Going to
his money
cruise
on
while
him.
everybody getting into accidents.
Yeah,
and it's
exactly.
He getting rich off cars that's getting into
But no, I
accidents.
mean, Elon Musk has some pretty crazy technology that he's created, and like, you know, he's a pretty polarizing figure. You either love him or hate him. But he's done a lot of things. Other like SpaceX is trying to make it so that NASA and the government is the only place that's you could go to get stuff into space. Because there's a big industry that's going to end up popping up where we have to like get things from space to back.
Wow.
And sometimes we would say private enterprise is better than the government at doing it. Maybe it is, maybe it's not, right? I don't know.
But that's like anything. Insurances, doctors, you got a private care and then you got regular care.
That's a whole different question. If we should have private industries making money off of insurance and healthcare and all that, that's a whole different issue. But
So Tesla ain't nobody suing Tesla for these accidents or like what?
not yet. No,
I'm trying to figure out how to sue them.
Well, you know, the other thing is, if I were Tesla, what I would be saying is, let's just settle these things out quietly so that we don't have this problem. So far, we have not seen like this big lawsuit that deals with this issue. It's going to come sooner or later, but at this point, if I was Tesla, I'd just be saying 11 accidents, cost doing business, we'll just pay them out.
Right.
I mean, they got a fund for that.
Probably, you'd think so.
What's probably crazy is there's probably more accidents with other manufacturers than it is Tesla.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, for sure. And like for other things, like different, you know, recall issues or whatever else. But this is the thing that gets the most attention because of what it is.
Yeah, because of what it's supposed to be doing.
Yeah, and I also don't know, like I don't have a Tesla, so I don't know what happens if I go buy insurance for a Tesla, if they require me to have some sort of specific insurance because wildlife insurance, 409 grind insurance.
Autopilot insurance.
So I don't really know what I don't really know what is going to come of this, but I think we're going to figure it out sooner rather than later because these things just keep piling up. Every time I come back, there's something new.
That's crazy.
They're gonna have a what you call it, class action lawsuit type.
Maybe if all the accidents are the same. That's the thing. Everyone's got to be the same injury in a class action. So like it maybe everyone's a little different. Like a guy's sleeping in the back in one, a guy's drunk, passed out in the front in another. It might be all different. So, anyways.
Good luck with that, Tesla.
Good luck with that. Speaking of good luck, Tory Lanez could use probably a little bit of good luck.
Oh yeah, I read that.
We talked a couple weeks back about how he performed Rolling Loud. He took the stage with
the baby,
yeah, and Megan Thee Stallion was apparently backstage. There was a protection order in place that said that Tory Lanez was not to go within, I think, 100 feet of Megan Thee Stallion, and there was allegations at the time that he had violated that protection order.
I think it's 100 yards. Actually.
100 yards? Okay, sorry. I wouldn't want to be wrong.
It's a difference.
I don't want to be wrong.
It is 100
I'm
yards.
the
He's
lawyer,
right.
but I don't want to be wrong.
Feet in yards is a difference.
That is right. It was 100
Either
yards.
way, he violated them.
So last week he went to a Los Angeles court appearance in front of the judge that's presiding over the criminal case, I think involving the gunshot that happened, which is kind of this weird situation that we don't really know all that much about. But the judge in that case increased the bail from 190,000 to 250,000, which I know Tory Lanez is going to have a real hard time coming up with 60 grand.
Right. They were trying to do it to 500,000.
Well, I mean, yeah, 60 grand for him. He like throws it around on Instagram on a Friday night.
That's why he might not have it.
That's true also. So basically, he's got to pay an extra 60 grand to stay out of jail. And this is what the judge said verbatim. You're facing years in prison, over 22 years in prison. The prosecutors could have filed an additional charge based on violating the protection order because that's a violation of law as well. You do not want to be doing things like this, sir. You have the means and wherewithal and a lot of smart people around you to advise you as to how you should be conducting your life so we don't have hearings like this in the future. Just a little...
Is he gonna be on like an ankle monitor or anything?
No.
No, he just out on bail.
60 grand more.
Man, they slapping into these stars and getting in trouble.
Yeah, they're getting that money.
Get it all back.
That's what they care about.
Get it from them because I ain't got it. It be taking me months to save up my reinstatement fees.
Oh man, that's a
right.
racket,
So
but-
get it from the celebrities. They got it.
The feds let you make money, then they come.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, this courts don't really make money off bail. Who really makes money off bail are bondsmen.
Yeah, bondsmen.
Right? So, like, they get usually 10% of the bail, which is non-refundable.
Right.
I mean,
they all into
I'll tell you, I've worked in the courts for a long time. And the courts really didn't like the bail bondsmen, to be completely honest.
Because
it's sort of a necessary evil, right?
I would think that the courts will rather that person stay in jail.
Okay.
And the bail bondsman makes money off of them getting out of jail.
Yeah, I think that. Well, so they're not mad at, like, you got a constitutional right to bail. And bail's not supposed to punish you. It's supposed to protect the public. And a lot of times it's used in a way that's sort of punished. Like, this seems like it's a way to punish him, right?
Yeah,
that's not what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, what are they protecting? Who are they protecting by doing that?
Megan Thee Stallion, I guess, by putting 60 grand on it. They think maybe he's going to act differently than he probably made 60 grand on that appearance.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
like it's I don't know what this is. This is strange to me. I've never seen this. Like, you did something wrong. Here's an additional bond. Like, I guess he violated a term of his bond. So as a result of that, there has to be some consequences. But this seems like it's a punishment.
More money.
Just call it a fine, huh?
Yeah, right, or just something, or give him a new criminal charges or something. I don't know. Like, the judge even said in this, hey, we could have given you more criminal charges, we chose not to, or instead we're just gonna like punish you. Now, I would assume
the judge
that
giving some of that 60.
Yeah, well, the other thing is, like, if you got the money,
some of that, you know it.
No.
His car no do.
For somebody like Tory Lanez, he probably can just afford to pay the bail rather than even have a bondsman involved. So the only reason you need a bondsman involved is if you don't, like, you get a $250,000 bond, you don't have $250,000 cash, so you've got to go put up 10%, lose that 10%, and then the bondsman puts up the rest. And then it's at risk for them, and that's why there's like Dog the Bounty Hunter and all these
I
other
used to love
bounty
watching
hunters.
that. They was whooping that ass like,
like you owe them money, right? Like you owe me $225,000.
They had the little boys was in it and everything.
I'll chase you to Guatemala for $225,000. Algeria, I'll come to Algeria for
This bounty hunters running around Toledo looking for these little cats.
The little 3-year-old sons will kick them in the nuts to help them get.
Yeah, but I've seen bondsmen do some pretty pretty terrible things to people, like tase them, beat them up, steal their stuff. I mean, they'll put pressure on you.
They still a regular person. They need their money.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, they would lose a lot.
What dog had that big fogger thing?
He had a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, he did.
He had a supply kit.
Man, yeah. It's not. They're messing with his money.
Yeah.
It's like chasing you like you own your money.
And he
right?
got a family of 15. He got to take care of all his kids. They had a big family.
They ain't little. They like to eat.
I know. They was huge.
Yeah.
Speaking of taking money, actually giving money in this instance, dealerships. I don't know if anyone's got a leased car, but dealerships are taking back leased cars like crazy right now. So you can even make money turning your lease in.
Why? What is the purpose?
Because they don't have enough cars on their lot.
Yeah.
So
I'm not leasing my car. I'm still buying my car, but the car lot sent me offered me like $25,000 for my car.
That's what I'm saying. So
and then what you supposed to do? Go buy another car?
That's what I was
That's the problem. That's the problem. It's like you can't buy
wait a minute. There's no cars on the lot, so I'll give you this, and then what I'm gonna do with this money?
But if you got like an extra car, like let's say you got a lease that you can't afford anymore or something, this is an opportunity for you to get out of that lease where it would otherwise be nearly impossible. Like we can usually never get somebody out of a lease. They're very difficult to do. But this time, if you just walk onto a lot and say, hey, look, I got this car here, I got this lease, they might totally make that go away. They might even give you some money for it.
Wow.
So, they are trying to flip cars for real.
Yeah.
We gonna sell a car 4 times.
Yeah.
They flipping cars, but then they getting on the PPP list. How you do that?
Right.
How you doing that?
It's crazy. There's juggling money around the United States right now.
Yeah. You guys know anything about this company Theranos? You hear anything about this?
Say who? What's that?
Theranos or Elizabeth Holmes?
Thanos.
No, but it sounds like it, right? Like an evil corporation or something.
Sounds like Thermos.
So what if I told you that if I took a small prick of your blood, I could diagnose over 100 illnesses?
What?
Sounds pretty good, right?
And that means you got 100 illnesses in your blood?
No, but like I could detect one of 100 illnesses that you may have, right? Sounds pretty good. Like I could go into a CVS or Rite Aid, get a small prick of blood, put it in a machine. The machine will be like, yo, you've got HIV, you've got whatever. Quick.
That's a violation of privacy.
Well, no, I'm saying like if I chose to do that. Like I paid for it, like I wanted it, right?
Well, so you have people just sticking people, let me get his blood.
No. It's like I choose to do it.
Yeah,
no, that don't sound good.
Well, I think it sounds too good to be true because there's no one, like usually if I want to get tested for like some sort of disease or whatever, I got to go get a specific test for it, right? So like this company Theranos said that they could do this. They raised $9 billion. Off of it. It was one of the biggest Silicon Valley stories ever. People were going crazy for it. They thought it was going to be the next thing. So the owner of it and the founder of it was a woman named Elizabeth Holmes. You might have seen her face. If I showed you a picture, you might recognize her. Okay. She has a very recognizable face. She was 19 years old. She dropped out of an Ivy League school. And she starts this company. And the company says, hey, look, we're going to develop the technology that we can take a small prick of your blood and we will diagnose up to 100 illnesses. People who had done this were told that they had HIV, were told that they had miscarried their babies, and it turned out at the end of it that none of it was true. And the machines they were using were the same machines that they had always been using before this company existed. One of the biggest frauds that has ever happened, and the criminal trial starts this week.
As it should. I said that didn't sound good. That's crazy.
Wow, $9 billion.
I was about to say $9 billion to do that.
That was valued at $9 billion before it fell from grace in 2015.
Ridiculous.
So basically, the Washington Post figured out that these machines were just the same machines as everything else. Now, what is the Elizabeth Holmes defense? It's anticipated to be that her boyfriend, a guy named Sonny, was the guy who actually really just totally convinced her it was true when she didn't really know one way or another whether it was or wasn't. One of the biggest cases that's going to happen. Fault. That's what she's saying. It's Sonny told me. Sonny told me that this stuff worked.
This is still crazy though.
It's a lot. It was a ton of money that was lost. Crazy.
Her argument is that her boyfriend told me it would work. And that's why I did it.
They didn't try it.
I was because she was out there like on stages talking to investors, saying like, "This is the technology. This is what we're doing." And
she didn't even try it. They ain't tried.
No. Well, no. So the question is,
thank you.
The question is, who knew and when do they know, right? So Elizabeth Holmes is on trial right now, basically with the argument that she knew the whole time, that she was just pumping this thing up and lying about what this thing could actually do. And she's saying, no, I didn't really know. It was my boyfriend, Sonny, at the time who manipulated me, and he told me it worked, and I just sort of went.
I would try it first before I just pump it up.
That sounds like she
didn't try it or nothing.
It sounds like she didn't pay some people like she was supposed to.
Yeah, well, she's under trial now for defrauding investors and patients. There are people who are expected to testify that were told they were HIV positive when they weren't, that they miscarried when they weren't.
Oh, she might have.
That's why I said, why would she not do it? Why would she not do it? That's what I'm saying. That's stupid. Why would she not do it to see?
I think her thing is like she didn't know the science. Like she never really knew the science.
I'm talking about
is what she says.
Should have took the test to see.
But what if she took the test and they just lied to her?
So she had
and said what? That's what I'm saying. Like why would she not say
whatever? Or
no, wait. Why would hers just say you're fine? That's what I'm saying.
Sounds like you'd make a good prosecutor on this case.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Swap you out real quick with her.
That doesn't make any sense.
I think in the end of the day, she's going to be found guilty of this.
For sure.
But we'll see. It's going to take weeks,
she's just fine. They can find 100 different diseases and they're going to just say you just fine.
And Stacey Reed here says there's a documentary on HBO. It's insane what they did, and that documentary is crazy. Absolutely wild.
If somebody told you got HIV, you know how depressed you're going to be?
Right.
So that's what happened.
The whole social life will change.
Okay, so the Theranos basically came, this 19-year-old dropout basically says, hey, look, I can create a machine that pricks your blood. I can tell you have diseases. It told people that they had HIV. It told people that they miscarried, which were not true. The machine never worked as intended, and now she's under criminal charges.
Fraud.
Is this the lady?
Under scrutiny.
You would recognize the lady. She's got a very recognizable face.
Is this the lady who had all these investors investing in her?
$9 billion valuation in 2015.
Theranos.
I was listening to Joe Rogan podcast, and he had a guest on that was talking about her. So I didn't know about the.
They're talking about she ain't know.
Did she go to Shark Tank?
She didn't know. Like everything that she did was fake.
Well, she's saying that her boyfriend basically convinced her that it was true
didn't know none of that.
when she didn't really know if it was or wasn't.
Because he told her it was true.
That's what I said.
Well, she's on trial right now for it. So you guys are all off the jury because you all have already.
I'm like, take her ass to jail and throw away the key.
Oh man, that's crazy.
So
what is it called? Grinders. What is it called? Y'all know?
What's the name of that documentary? It's called like. She has like a very recognizable face. Like
I know her. I forgot her name though.
She had like a crazy voice too. It's like a deep.
Stacy, what's the name of it?
Elizabeth Holmes is her name.
What is it?
Elizabeth Holmes is her name. Man, this is.
She had all these people like invested in her. Like she was a genius, like a
19-year-old dropout. Everybody was going crazy. They couldn't give her enough money.
Out for Blood in Silicon Valley.
Yep, that's it.
No, I never seen her before.
It's just like a.
Yep.
Oh, she looked crazy too.
And you're off the jury too.
Yep.
I wonder if the boyfriend is sticking beside her.
No, absolutely not. He's going to. So they actually split the criminal trials. His trial is after hers, which happens a lot sometimes because, like in these situations, if two people are going to point the finger at one another like that, sometimes you just want to separate them completely. So she's doing her trial first. Her defense is anticipated to be. He told me it. I didn't know. Like
that's her whole.
Hell no, that ain't gonna cut.
This should be a pretty cool trial.
You know how they make you type out 300 words before you could even submit. You ain't got enough words to submit to be like, no, it was all him and that's it.
You gotta add some more characters.
Yeah, you
so
gotta
add. It's pretty bad. It's gonna be a crazy trial. So we'll keep watching it. I think that we should expect a guilty.
So they made the documentary of it, and it just was like
crazy.
But I'm saying this just hit the fan though.
2015, the Washington Post took apart one of the machines that they were promising and found out it was just like a normal blood test machine.
But I'm saying when they ended it, it didn't be like she got so many years in prison. Like they just ended the documentary.
It took this long for her to sit in trial.
Because I'm like, I wonder how it ended. What did they say?
What kind of machine was it? Like Will Smith had in Pursuit of Happiness?
It was like no, it's like a little.
That's exactly.
He was pissed. He told you watching shit.
When he said machine, that's what I was thinking about. Like,
trying to actually that thing he walked right in
like crazy. That's
exactly what I did
and everything. But
it looked like a printer, basically.
Yeah,
like a squared little thing, and they was supposed to make it so cheap to do these tests and stuff. It was
that was a good one, Clyde.
When he said machine, that's what I thought.
Yeah, like the thing where exactly.
that was his invention. And he was that dude.
But I think that one actually worked or no?
That was crazy.
That one actually worked in that movie.
Yeah, it worked.
So he was actually better off.
Yeah, that one worked for real.
Selling those things door to door.
I'm kind of sad at how it ended though. I wanted it to be him to be like a big success story and all that. It was just like, damn,
he was cool.
All this for the machine.
He was better than he was.
I know, but still.
I gotta watch that movie.
That machine had to work the way he ran for. He was jumping through the park.
He lost shoes, clothes, his wife. Over them dang machines.
You're not taking the last one.
Man, him and his son was sleeping in them train stations over there.
He even had a few of them and sold some to make some money, but he had to keep one.
Speaking of people's sons, we talked last week about this Nirvana lawsuit.
Oh yeah.
So you guys might have seen this now. Like after this has all happened, there's been a bunch of meme accounts on the internet who have basically found all these photos of the guy who's suing Nirvana for this baby photo that was taken back in the 90s, and he's recreating the image throughout his life. So like,
so when he like 4 and 7, 10.
The last time that I
haven't seen none of the memes.
So the only time that actually was confirmed was on the 25th anniversary of the album. So he was this was in 2016, so he would have been like 25 at the time. He recreated it for a magazine. And he added at the time, the anniversary means something to me. It's strange that I did this for 5 minutes when I was 4 months old and it became such a really iconic image. It's cool, but weird to be part of something so important that I don't even remember. And now he's suing them.
That makes no sense, though.
You just said you don't remember, so how you suing him?
And now, I mean, it's like that in that statement. It's like he was really proud that it happened.
How can we prove that it was really him though?
What in the original photo?
Yeah,
I think that they've like pretty much admitted that he got paid $250 $250 back then.
His mama
He did.
or
His mama did.
I don't know how the payment was made. It just says that he was paid $250.
That's what I'm saying. How did he know
She bought
that,
some
though?
diapers.
So he's
if it wasn't for that $250, you wouldn't have had no diapers, sir.
Well, he didn't have any diapers in the photo too. So maybe he really needed them.
Yeah,
But-
exactly.
But he's looking for $150,000 per defendant. So
Per defendant, what?
yeah.
Four band members.
There's 4 of them. Yeah, and one of them is Courtney Love, the administrator of Kurt Cobain's estate. So,
So this.
Let me see.
Is Foo Fighters still around?
Probably.
Because he was that's the lead singer for Foo Fighters. Used to be, and then
Is that right? No, Dave Grohl isn't that the guy, the dude? I don't know. That's a time past.
Yeah.
but anyways, so it'll be interesting to see if this comes up in this lawsuit. These photos that he took willingly and voluntarily throughout the years to basically make the same photo again.
Oh, he took his own photos.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The guy who's suing.
I'm confused.
Okay, so like this baby.
No, I get it, but I'm just saying I'm confused on him, on his end.
Yeah.
That's
like
what
he did all this stuff throughout the years, and now he wants some money.
I thought he just randomly found the picture like, hey, that's me.
No.
But
Right.
no,
He knew about it the whole time.
Yeah, no, this is
Who was his parent? Like who?
That's what I'm saying.
That's the one thing that I have.
You know what I think? I think that what happened was that he was recreating all these pictures over these years, thinking that he can use those pictures and make money off of those pictures. But nobody wants to see a 17-year-old or 18-year-old on the cover of an album cover.
Maybe he's trying to say the picture caused him mental health.
That's what he's saying. He's saying that
But why is he
literally
still
what he's
doing
saying
it?
Why is he recreating it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's saying
starting
that
as a
everywhere
baby.
he goes, he knows that everyone has seen him naked as a baby.
So that means you keep giving us more images up throughout the years.
Well,
of
he
your life?
never did it naked again.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
He always did it with like bathing suits on or whatever. When he
Okay,
was
but why are
older.
you still doing it? Though?
I don't know.
I'm
That's the weird thing, right? And that's what the defense is probably going to say. Is like, if this
you
was
got
such an
mental, that seems
emotionally
like that's triggering
traumatizing
you.
experience,
Yeah,
don't
why
do
are
it
you doing it
again.
again?
Right. I don't know if
Yeah.
that'll work or not. But the internet's having a field day with it because they found all these photos of the guy.
I ain't seen it. None
Every
of
year
them.
he jump in the pool and take a picture.
Yeah, well, I mean, not every year, but yeah, he's
Every
done it
couple
like
years.
he's done it a couple times. It looks like so. I don't know.
Maybe every 5 years.
I don't know.
To each his own.
Yeah. So, anyway. Actually, he said to the photo, this is another point, when he did the photo in 2016, the recreation, he told the photographer, let's just do it naked. This is quoted in the magazine. And the photographer said, that's kind of weird. Why not just wear some swim shorts?
Sir.
But you're scarred.
Let's not.
And you're trying to now you're trying to show people.
Let's keep our clothes on here.
No.
So I would
Let's be
expect that, Exhibit A will be the testimony.
I'm off the jury because he's
that-
guilty.
Yeah, you guys.
Right. Me too.
All of them
I'm
guilty
off.
in these stories.
I'm
I'm off on all of them. Don't call me because I'm taking them ass.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Let's see, okay, so let's see if you guys are off the jury on this last one then. New Orleans Saints wide receiver Michael Thomas, he reportedly got I think it was an ACL tear or something last year. So he tries to find a place where he can recover. He rents a $60,000 per month Bel Air rental, which was described as an ideal self-care setting. He thought it was a perfect place for him to recover and so that he could get back. It actually was an ankle injury, career-threatening ankle injury. It sounded like this 10,000 square foot mansion was this dream. It turned out, in his view, to be a nightmare. There were all sorts of problems with it.
Movie.
Ghost.
He basically says that there was problems with the pool, the garage doors, kitchen appliances, all sorts of other things that have in some way hindered his ability to recover his ankle, and he's now seeking more than $1 million in damages, despite the
How
fact...
many months did he stay there?
He stayed there for 2 months and he paid one security deposit. So he paid $180,000.
$180,000?
Yep.
On top of
Shit, he could have went to a facility and saved about $30,000.
So he's suing because he didn't recover.
Because he says that the place was billed as a ideal self-care setting, and in fact, it was, in his words, a nightmare, which somehow set back his recovery. And now
he was
he's
angry every day, huh?
I don't know.
Were the other people there?
What do you mean, like the people who rented it? No,
Like
It was
no,
his
like
own
housekeepers or
maybe housekeepers were, but I don't know that. But
They probably don't speak English.
he said that, yeah, I don't know. He said that basically, like, the damage to his professional life was far more severe as he attempted to recover from the ankle injury. So now he's looking for $1 million.
Do
They
we got a
probably was
family?
renting out as an Airbnb at one point.
Do we got a family?
And you know what it probably is, probably because he's not recovered from his injury, so he can't go play football.
That's probably
so his loss of wages, what he's probably trying to seek.
Yeah, it's just weird to me that like anything that would happen to a house would really affect your recovery of your ankle.
Yeah, I still don't
if
get
you're
that
mad
part,
all the time because your stove doesn't work. Like, how does that?
There's no blender in here. I can't make my fruit smoothies.
Fuck, it's messing me up.
Yeah. So I mean, this is a good illustration that you can sue anybody for anything, and whether it actually works, right? Just because somebody sues somebody doesn't necessarily mean it's going to float. And this one seems like a
So do he got a family at home? So where he couldn't just recover at home and bring the best therapist and everything at his house?
I don't know why he wanted this particular place. It's nice. It was like a beautiful. It's a 10,000 square foot house.
But if my ankle messed up, it ain't like I'm doing cartwheels through the mud and having parties.
California. Bel Air, yeah. So
he heard Kanye renting out that closet for $1 million. And he want to rent out something too.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened.
$60,000 a month. $60,000 a month.
Yeah, but there might be more to the story than we know. Like, I guess we don't know how bad his life really was, but it just seems to me like, what's anything hanging like this have to do with your ankle?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm
just trying to get more perks.
Maybe I'm missing something.
More money?
More pain bills.
No, he trying to get
more perks.
For $1 million?
No, not $1 million. He just trying to make his money back. Probably, the PPP probably ran out.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the result is he just gets some of his money back. Or who knows, maybe he destroyed the place and they're going to take a $60,000 security deposit and he just said, you know, whatever, man.
Well, I hope he wouldn't be destroying the place and he got a messed up ankle.
Yeah, maybe
that's probably why he was mad. He was mad. Like,
something happened. Something happened here more than what we know.
He probably was watching the game and wishing he was playing.
Looking like Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
That's what you sound. Well, you definitely ain't getting no money back if you destroy it now.
What was his position in football?
He's a receiver, right?
Yeah, wide receiver.
Catch the ball!
He was watching football and...
I would hope not, because he definitely ain't getting that security deposit back if you destroyed it.
He probably
holes in the walls. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Throwing footballs at the TV.
Docking your pay.
Mm-hmm.
And then blamed it on the people.
Mm-hmm. Like, there's holes in the walls in this place. I don't know who did it. Came here like
it was your fault, not mine.
There's branches in the pool.
Right.
He's swinging branches, you know.
I think Georgia Jungle.
We'll follow that one too. But I think that the main one to follow right now is this Theranos crazy.
Did we ain't get no follow up with that lady about the incident at Cedar Point?
Not yet. She's like they say she's clinging on to her life. I don't know to what
Still in
extent.
critical condition.
Yeah, and you know, Cedar Point's been like pretty quiet, which sometimes that's a way that companies will handle these situations because they just sort of like.
Yeah, they don't want to
like, you know, they always say like a 24-hour news cycle, right? You like wait long enough, it just gets taken out with the tide. Maybe they're just hoping that that's going to happen, but I just don't think that's the outcome here. But no, we don't know whether they've paid her anything, whether they have, you know, accepted any responsibility. They just shut the ride down and sort of moved on. She can't move on, so we'll see what happens.
This is terrible.
Yeah, it really is.
Well, you got some great topics as usual. Always bring the heat on Wednesday.
Hey, how you feel about
wait, Clyde's not done. Hold on.
Right.
You don't have to.
We don't have
How you feel about the Patriots letting go of Cam Newton?
The what? The what?
The Patriots letting go of Cam Newton. How you feel about that?
I mean, I'm not a really football.
Okay.
Basketball, I like basketball.
Well, it ain't basketball season. This is football season.
No, but you know what? Basketball.
You got legal stuff going on, right?
Come on, man.
You had the topic about the
I'm sure Cam Newton got paid a large amount of money. I'd love to see the contract. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
I'd like to be involved in that.
This is a law question. If he's released from the team, does he still get paid?
Depends on how the release is negotiated.
Right.
But you know, there's like lawyers that do sports law specific stuff. That's like you got to really know your niche. Like that's a very specific type of thing, tricky. Right? But there's a lot of money moving around, and they're all contracts. Everything's contract based, so it's not that complicated. I would love to see those contracts. That's the lawyer. I mean, like, you guy can throw a football, good for him. You know, he can run, throw the football, all good. But I want to see the contract and the money.
Right.
That's what I'm interested in.
Right. Let's get to the point.
Yeah.
Let's get to the meat and potatoes, huh?
Because that's why he's doing all this stuff. Like these guys don't move around because they necessarily like it.
Yeah.
They do it for the money. It's a job.
Right.
I know somebody team show was trying to make some room.
Yep, Cowboys released 2 quarterbacks yesterday after Cam was released by the Patriots.
Got it. Well, I mean, look, it's the end of era for the Patriots, so like that's pretty big that they're saying, okay, let's move on from one era and move on to the next one. So
I mean, they made it. That was a huge statement that they made.
That's huge, yeah. And he's got big shoes to fill.
Yeah,
huge shoes.
Huge.
So let's see. You know, good for him. I hope he's getting paid like Tom Brady was.
He's a rookie.
Not yet. You got to prove himself.
That's I can fake like I know.
But everybody,
and then it's me. I'm just like,
They say he was trying. They say
I got through law school. Quick on my feet.
Yeah, quick on your feet. We'll see though. What's his name? Mason Dixon.
Mac Jones.
What?
Anyway, speaking of Mason Dixon,
Right.
thank you, Dennis, for this wonderful topic. Shout out to our sponsors, Hotbox, Mud City Entertainment, Greater New Psalmist Church,
Amen,
Lance Self, the People Salesman,
yes sir,
J. Rush Jennings, Sasha Denise, Legendary Carpet Care,
hey now,
Kendall Harvey, The Social Butterfly,
hey Miss Carter,
Oh Henry's Kitchen on Wheels,
rolling,
Details by Sino,
water. I was quick on my feet.
And Witness Riches Forever.
Money.
If you would like to become a sponsor of the Rising Grind Morning Show, send your info to Rise
and Grind
at the 419grind.com, and you can become a sponsor of our show. We have a new monthly Grinders package that we're trying to get everybody to tap into because it's very affordable and it helps us out.
And it's awesome.
Yep. And if you don't want to be a sponsor,
donate at the Cash App $, the 419grind. We happily accept donations every day.
I'm gonna try something else next time you say that. And we're gonna see which one look better.
Okay.
All right.
Water.
Splash.
We're gonna take a quick break. We got Alyssa Greenberg coming from Toledo Opera. She'll be in here in a few minutes. So
she on her way.
Yep. Well, we'll
Toledo
be right back.
Opera.
All right.
That was good.
Later, guys.
First experience going to a dealership, I had bad credit, and the salesman made me feel horrible. I don't ever want you to have that feeling nor that experience. I guess that's why for the past 9 years they call me the people salesman. Good credit or bad credit, it does not matter to me. No matter your situation, if there's a way to get what you want done, I promise you, I will do everything I can to find it. So please be sure to stop and see me today at your people salesman.
What's up, Toledo? My name is Jason White. I'm the CEO and founder of Witness Riches. And did you know that we offer a credit repair service? If you're trying to buy a house, get a new car, refinance bad debt, or just be prepared for whatever life may bring your way, you should consider hiring our credit repair program. Typically, within the first 3 to 6 months of working with us, our clients average a minimum 100-point credit score increase with each credit bureau. So if you can use gains like that, you should consider hiring our credit repair service. All you have to do is go to the 700clubtoledo.com to learn more about our credit repair program. And if it interests you, we're also going to give you the ability to start your first 30 days for just $19.99. So go to the 700clubtoledo.com, learn more about our program, and we look forward to serving you. I'm out.
Hello world, I'm Quentin Riley, CEO and founder of Legendary Carpet Care Plus. The services we provide are professional carpet, tile, and upholstery cleaning, both for residential and commercial. We show up on time, we get the job done, we're certified at what we do, and our customers rave about us. We're legendary, and if you don't believe me, check this out.
Hi, my name is Susan Brown, and I am the owner of the Doris Brown Fitness and Learning Academy. I've been using Legendary Carpet Care for about 3 years now, and I'm very, very, very pleased with it. Sanitation should be important to everyone, but it's mostly important to me because I want my children to come into a safe and clean environment. And Legendary Carpet Care provides that for me. I would personally recommend Legendary Carpet Care to other businesses because he's fair with his prices, he's an on-time person, he never lets you down, and just look at my place. It's just clean all the time, and I use it like every 3 or 4 months.
If you're interested in getting your home or business sanitized, visit our website at legendarycarpetcare.com or click the link associated to this video. We look forward to serving you.
Representing the United States of America, Jessica Brown.
Still a win. Let's go. Dear Miss Flawless, to shine overall is your calling. And I heard you go hard, you go all in. And you were made to ball like you're Spalding. Time and time again, you be showing out. You be like fuck a friend, no time for falling out. And you're all about your bread, no more going out. See, that's just what I like, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, baby.
No matter what, always on the grind, cause a little's not enough. Got these bad bitches mad by the way she had it up. Just missing the price tag, cause that cash will back it up. All she do is win. I see you shining, grinding, so keep all she do is win. I see you shining, grinding, so keep winning.
You prove that you would be more than nothing. Staying ahead of the game, you realize. Let your haters motivate you into becoming whatever it is you want in your life. Don't let the clothes and the cars define you. Just love yourself like you desire to. And when times get hard, girl, just keep the faith and have your way. Have your way. Have your way.
No matter what, always on the grind, cause a little's not enough. Got these bad bitches mad by the way she had it up. Just missing the price tag, cause that cash will back it up. All she do is win.
I see you shining, grinding, so keep
all she do is win.
I see you shining, grinding, so keep shining. Not a flawless swagger, ain't a chick better. Doing all the things that I like. Being a freak, she a master. He don't tell the past. So good, I wanna make her my wife.
All she do is win. No matter what, always on the grind, cause a little's not enough. Got these bad bitches mad by the way she had it up. Just missing the price tag, cause that cash will back it up. All she do is win.
I see you shining, grinding, so keep
All she do is win.
I see you shining, grinding, so keep winning. Oh, baby, I see
Your body calling, I'm answering on that first ring. Beverly Kruger, I'm killing shit in your wet dreams. Die face first in your trust chest, got my beard shining like bling bling. She goes hard like my cookies, told her double stuff, I need more cream. She like short things, I'm talking orgasms on orgasms, knees touching shoulders, arms strapped. Slide 2 fingers in your tongue, tickle clear. Walmart demise, roll back. She pulling my hair, I'm yanking out tracks. Put a tip in and whisper, who's that? Sex on fire, perfect match. Now I'm Harlem shaking, baby, take that. Take that.
Every single part of you feel like a blessing. But baby, I got a confession. When you're sexing me, you feel like I'm in heaven. So baby, I got a suggestion. Make me a sex fiend, baby, baby, sex fiend. Make me a sex fiend, baby, baby, sex fiend. I'm feeling for ya. I'm feeling for ya. Girl, you got me feeling. I'm feeling for ya. Oh, no, 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 no. All I wanna do is come get next to ya and whisper in your ear while I'm sexing ya. I'm telling you what you wanna hear, yeah. So baby, let me clear the air. I'm about to lick you up so I can take your whole soul now. And if I pick you up, I might take the bus and go downtown. I know it's slippery when wet, but I ain't even done yet. And if I happen to drown, I won't have no regret. Every single part of you feel like a blessing. But baby, I got a confession. When you're sexing me, it like I'm in heaven. So baby, I got a suggestion. Make me a sex fiend, baby, baby, sex fiend. Make me a sex fiend, baby, baby, sex fiend. I'm feeling for ya. I'm feeling for ya. Baby, girl, you got me feeling. I'm feeling for ya. Oh no. Sex fiend, baby. Can you make me a sex fiend, baby?
The Rise and Grind Morning Show is on. 419 The Grind.
Hey, we back. Jesse, we back. Shae, we back? Mm-hmm. You good? You better? Mm-hmm. All right. Shae's refreshed and energized. And we are back with Alyssa Greenberg from the Toledo Opera. How you doing today?
Oh, thank you. Hi, good morning. Thank you all so much for having me.
I had water in my mouth. I'm sorry. I could start clapping.
I love it.
How you feeling this morning?
So good. Just
Well, you
another
looking
beautiful
bright
morning.
and refreshed and like you feel good.
Oh, yeah. Same
Skin
to you.
glowing.
Same
She
to
is
you.
glowing, ain't
I think it's all these ring lights.
No, you walked in glowing.
The ring lights make me glow too.
Nah,
Shae
he be
have me
sweating. That's what he glowing with sweat.
So, Alyssa, you at the Toledo Opera, you're the director?
I'm the community engagement director at
Oh.
Toledo Opera. Yeah, and I've been there for just about 2 years. It'll be
Okay.
2 years next month.
And what is that position entitled or hold? Are you just plan events or something?
Yeah, so it's a brand new position for the opera, and some of the things we're doing are I am the liaison for a community advisory committee, so some really exciting leaders and influencers that are from all over the community, people who are born and raised in Toledo, people who are recent arrivals such as myself in Toledo, everyone in between, for people who are, students or at the beginning of their career to people who are in leadership, and everyone in between. So it's just an advisory committee that guides the opera on what kind of programming we can do to be more culturally relevant and meaningful in Toledo.
So you said you're not from here, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so where were you born and raised?
I'm from Brooklyn, New York,
Okay.
and I've been in Toledo for 4 years. BK.
Hey, what high school did you graduate
Yo,
from?
B-Suck.
Because we got people that's listening from there too. So where did you graduate from? Shout your high school out.
I love that you asked that because that's such a New York question to ask.
Yo, son, what school you at, B?
That's probably not how they talk.
Not in her part.
Not in my school.
Right. She said not in my part.
So I'm a proud alum of Hunter College High School.
Okay.
Hunter College High School?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
My mom's also an alum of Hunter. We had some of the same teachers. They did not like being reminded of that.
Because it's all their age, huh?
Yeah.
So was that a college prep school? Was that Hunter College?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you had to take a test to get in. It was very competitive and stressful.
Oh. So you graduated with a high school diploma and a college degree at the same time?
No, but I did take some college classes, and I felt very cool as a high schooler taking classes in Hunter College.
Yeah. What's your zodiac sign?
Aquarius.
Okay.
Second one in a row. Yesterday was the Aquarius.
Oh, y'all asked
not
him?
yesterday, the day before yesterday when you were here.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. We didn't ask us when we was.
No, we didn't. We
You
didn't.
messed up on my ad libs. Don't ask my zodiac question.
I'm sorry. So, Alyssa, in Brooklyn, did you do anything like on Broadway or with the opera, anything there?
No. So my first experience with opera was actually here in Toledo.
Wow.
And I think that's a funny thing, right? Like, I grew up in Brooklyn, you know, I went to museums and things like that all the time, but I never actually did experience opera. It didn't feel like something that, you know, was relevant to me or relevant to my life. And I think, you know, that's a perception that a lot of us share about opera. You know, oh, it's not for me. You know, I've never tried it. I've never really had the opportunity or the interest. And that's something that, you know, we're really trying to confront with the Toledo Opera and say, you know, opera is for everyone. Opera should be welcoming to everyone. You know, it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, right? But I think everyone should have the opportunity to see for themselves whether opera is for them.
Now, can I twerk to opera?
Always.
Okay. Because that's the only thing that probably used to have me set back. Like, I can't shake a little left cheek, but maybe I can make it work. I'm versatile twerker.
You honestly can because, you know, there's a lot of really fun, like, opera mashups with other genres.
Okay.
Beyonce does a Carmen.
Okay.
A full feature length
you sold me already.
You remember the Carmen on the hip hopper they did? Who was that? Mekhi Phifer?
Yeah, I remember. Of course I remember that.
That's what she was talking about.
Okay. That's cool. Have you seen that movie? You know what movie you're talking about?
I've seen the clips on YouTube. I haven't seen it from start to finish.
Okay. That's when she was first.
Cool,
yeah, that was like something that we could have shot and get together.
With our iPhones.
No, I think Android back then.
Right.
So you don't sing opera yourself?
No. So I'm actually an art historian by training.
Oh, wow.
So do you get to work with? What do you call them? The opera people that sing. What you call them?
You can call them singers,
Singers,
performers, artists.
Artists. Okay. Do they be trying to convince you to learn a little bit?
Oh my gosh, I think they know that, you know, I'd be out of my depths. I think we should leave that to the professionals, right? You know, they've gone through years and years of training. So one of the programs Toledo Opera has that's really special is a resident artist program.
Okay.
So every year we do an international call for artists. You know, I think 160 artists applied to be in Toledo for the year with us.
Wow.
And so they live in Toledo, they perform in Toledo, they perform on the main stage, and also they perform in the schools and they perform outdoors. And so, you know, we have these talented artists, you know, all of them have their master's degrees in vocal performance. Like, these are serious, rigorous artists, you know, best left to the professionals.
And I have a cousin, he went to the University of Michigan, and he sings opera, and he all that. He sung, it was Uncle Bob's song.
He did what?
Okay.
From your gut, huh?
He's Uncle Bob's song. He sung at his funeral, he sung, man, what he sing? Something like A Motherless Child or something.
Oh, yeah. I know what song he's talking about.
He sung it and he did it in the opera. And
How
it was sweet. It was cool. It was different, you know. Yeah, but it's, you know, something that you can deal with, you know.
Something you can deal with.
Because you know our culture, we used to like you said, twerk, boppity boppity bop. Opera's more like.
I like classical music.
It's conservative, you know.
Yeah.
You just sit there and listen to it. Yes.
And I'd be freestyling in my head like,
Like, how can I sample this?
let me get that Kanye machine, record this, and let me sample it.
So you got events coming up with the opera, or you got something happening?
Yeah, I would love to share about 2 projects we have coming up.
Okay.
So first, this afternoon on this beautiful sunny day at 5:30 p.m. at the Toledo Botanical Garden. We'll be doing a performance called Opera Outdoors. And so this is a project that developed during the pandemic. You know, when the pandemic is happening, you can't do a fully staged opera with an entire cast and a chorus and an orchestra and, you know, a 900-seat audience. You can't really do that during a pandemic.
Wow.
So we had to cancel all of our main stage productions, and instead, since we still had these artists working with us, we were able to bring them out into the community. And so we did free public performances all over the city. We were at the farmers market, at the zoo on the free days, at LMH housing developments, at the Tarda transit station, at the museum.
Wow.
All these different places, free public performances, trying to just show up where people were already organically gathering and just bring opera to them rather than having them come to us. And it was really fun. It was really successful and vibrant, and just seeing people who hadn't seen live music for 6 months just come to life again, you know, during those performances was something I'll never forget.
We'll listen to some opera too. We just got to get out the house.
Listening.
And that's how I feel about it, right? Like, I am not a music person necessarily. You know, I can't even read music, to be perfectly honest. But, you know, what I love about opera is that it's at a 10 the entire time. You know, when I go to karaoke with my friends, I don't want to hear peaks and valleys in the music, right? I just want to hear them blast their beautiful voices. And that's what happens with opera. It's just a 10, high drama the entire time.
So the people that have never been to an opera or never heard it, like, what is an opera? When you go to an opera, what do I expect when I go there?
That's a great question. So I think that, what's so special about opera is it's a spectacle, right? It's the, what you're listening to and what you're seeing and what you're feeling emotionally all at the same time. So you're essentially going to, a vocal performance and an orchestra performance and a play, and you're seeing all these beautiful costumes and wigs and makeup and scenery and everything like that. So it's just absolutely this overwhelming, all-encompassing, intense experience on the main stage. There's really nothing like it. You're just transported, you're carried away into these wild, highly dramatic stories. I mean, so the opera we have coming up this fall in early October is called Il Trovatore, and
say it again.
Ravioli. No,
that's not it.
That's what I heard.
So it's called Il Trovatore. It means the troubadour, and I'll just tell you what happens in the very first scene. In the literal very first scene, this woman is enacting vengeance for her mother's death. And so she's just had a baby, and then she steals someone else's baby to burn in the fire, and then ends up burning her own baby in the fire. First scene, first thing that happens in the opera, and this thing goes for 3 hours. It's just wild.
And they gonna sing about it.
What?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
How can you miss that, right?
What is that classified as? Like a tragedy?
Housewives or?
Yeah,
No,
I think
that is
that's a good question. I would call it that. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a
Dear John or whatever.
drama, tragedy, everything. Yeah.
Dear baby.
Right.
Yeah, so we won't be doing that today at the Botanical Garden. We're going to keep it a little lighter at the Botanical Garden, but we have our wonderful 5 resident artists, and they're going to be at the old jazz stage at the Toledo Botanical Garden, so you'll take the Elmer Drive entrance to get there, and they'll be performing a really, exciting mixture of traditional opera music, but also a little bit of Broadway, also a little bit of American songbook, just to show, like you're saying, that opera really does flow in and out of other genres of music. And then, for the first time ever, this is literally the first time we're ever doing this, we're going to be doing some more child-friendly programming. So we're going to be doing a little bit of kind of sing-along or like a round. So if you have little ones, please bring them at 5:30 to the Toledo Botanical.
Little Mary Poppins vibe?
Oh, yeah.
Is it a free event?
It is a free event.
Sweet. Free for the free.
We love free.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Just remove as many barriers as possible.
Yeah.
Now, I hear you speaking so lightly and so freely of it. Now, what is your most difficult challenge working with the opera?
That's a good question. I mean, I think the pandemic was a huge challenge for us. I had just started in this role and had just, been through my first cycle of an opera production. And then, we had all these huge plans for our spring 2020 opera. And then it got canceled, And then the next thing got canceled. The next thing got canceled. And so, so that was really hard because of seeing what's happening in the entire arts field and how many, furloughs and layoffs and things there were, it was just a really scary time to be an arts professional, period, during a pandemic and not knowing what the future was. But the truth is, for us, it was a huge opportunity because we got to be flexible and adaptive and scrappy and just figure out what we're going to do. So we did all these outdoor performances that ended up being so successful that now they're just a core part of our operations as a company. And we also got into the virtual performance
like Zoom
world.
opera.
Yeah, we were doing Zoom operas. So actually, we did a really cool opera called The Music Behind the Mural that you can see on our YouTube page. And so what we did is we took the Valentine Theater mural and all the characters of all these kind of vaudeville performers that are in the mural that have come through Toledo in, the 1900s, 1920s, and we commissioned an original piece where our resident artists performed that same music that those mural characters would be. And so it was just an original Toledo-centric kind of production that brought Toledo and opera into conversation together.
Is that where the Toledo Opera performed at the Valentine Theater?
That's right. Yeah, at the Valentine.
So, as an art historian, what is the origin of opera? Like, why was opera created?
That's a really good question. And so, the opera was, originally kind of supposed to be this kind of mass-consumed art form. Everyone was supposed to have access to the opera. Today there are many places in Europe, many cities in Europe that have, government-sponsored opera companies. And going to the opera is the same price as buying a movie ticket. You know, so in other places, opera really is this kind of populist art form, but you know, somehow, you know, especially in the United States, it feels like it's this more, you know, rarefied thing. And so those are the boundaries that we're trying to break down, right? We're trying to have free virtual performances, free outdoor performances, make sure that the main stage opera and the Valentine is inclusive too, which actually can bring me to my next plug.
Okay, segue.
Yeah. You made it easy for me, you made it happen. So my next plug is we have another brand new initiative that we're starting called View Then Voice. And so what that is we want to make sure that we're welcoming and inclusive to first-time opera attendees, people who've never been to the opera before. So if you go to toledoopera.org/view, what you'll find is an application form, and just let us know a little bit about yourself. You'll apply and hopefully be selected to get 2 free tickets to the main stage opera production, you know, not the dress rehearsal. Like, this is the real, you know, show at the Valentine.
Wow.
And then the following week, you will come back and do a focus group with us and just answer some questions about your experience, what it was like, you know, what some of the things, you know, we could do to be more welcoming in the future. You know, give us that feedback, and then hopefully you'll, you know, start a relationship with the opera and come to more of our programs. You know, send your kids to do our preschool program or our elementary school programs or high school programs. We just want to do more relationship building in an authentic way.
Now, do you guys go out to like our performing arts schools around here?
We do, yeah. So that's one of the other things our resident artists do. Is so every year they create a 40-minute opera. And so it's not kind of like a opera for kids, like it's an opera. And so they travel around in a van to different schools, and they, you know, set up the stage, they put on their costumes, they perform this opera for the kids. You know, sometimes there's a Q&A, and then they pack it all up. So they visit, you know, tons and tons of schools, not only in Toledo, but in the entire region every year.
They got a van. We need to ask them to borrow it a couple days. We pack up our stuff. We've been saying we want to go to certain places.
Let's go with them.
Yeah, we need to go with them.
It's so fun. And so this year, instead of the barber of Seville, we're changing the gender roles. And so we're going to have the stylist of Seville, and our mezzo-soprano, a young woman, will be the stylist of Seville this year. So we're mixing it up.
What's the stylist of Seville?
So it's the story of the barber of Seville.
Oh, I thought it was like a title or something. Like
well, they just swapped.
Yeah, instead of a barber, it'd be a stylist.
Okay.
So as we know, women can be barbers too.
Absolutely. So was that like why opera was created, like to bring the stories to life back in, you know, because it's like an older thing. So was that created to bring the stories to life, like Shakespeare's and stuff like that?
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what it's like.
Yeah, because theater was the first form of like film, basically, and opera took it to a different level with the music and everything involved, the whole drama thing. You know, you combine classical music, the acting, and singing into one art form.
So when I hear the opera, so I think like Julius Caesar, New Times, or Ancient Rome.
They probably made some operas off of those stories. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But then the Italians are like the gangsters always listen to opera too.
They do.
Yeah, right before they about to kill somebody.
Set the mood.
We don't know that for sure. We just saying.
Allegedly.
That's what they do in the movies.
Allegedly.
Yeah, the movies. Yeah, not in real life.
This ain't The Sopranos.
So do the Toledo Opera got their own orchestra? Do they collab with the Toledo Symphony?
Yeah, it's the Toledo Symphony that does the orchestra.
That's sweet. That's sweet. So, yeah. I remember the symphony came to our school. All the instruments, cellos, and
we went to the symphony and the opera when I was in school. I don't know what kind of teacher.
I remember the symphony. I can't remember the opera too much.
Yeah.
Tell us what it was like. What was it like to go to the opera as a kid?
It was fun. It's something that we probably didn't expect because we never went to the opera, never even heard of, us going to the opera. So it was like it was a different experience. It was a fun experience because, like I said, it combined the music and the acting and all that stuff. So it made it a very interesting event. Yeah.
So what else you guys got going on?
That's a great question. Well, so as I was saying, the Il Trovatore is coming in early October. And so keep posted because we're going to do not just that event, right, but we're going to do a whole suite of events around it. So if you have any high school or college students in your life, encourage them to show up for student night at the opera. That's a really great way for the youth to get a chance to experience the opera. And we're going to have a panel discussion that unpacks some of the themes of that opera and translates them over to how does this affect our contemporary lives today. So
Yeah.
stay tuned. We're going to be making some of those announcements soon.
Now, are all operas 3 hours?
No.
Or say like 7.5, like 3
That's a
hours is
great
the shortest
question.
one, huh?
There's all different lengths of operas.
Yeah.
And so, because I think it's a lot to ask for someone, if you've never been to the opera before, okay, come to this 3-hour experience.
Right.
Like, I recognize that's a lot to ask of someone.
But they break it up into Act 1, Act 2, and the intermission and all that stuff.
They give snacks and stuff.
Oh, yeah, snacks, wine, important
okay,
things.
well,
that
then you sold me.
Right.
I can twerk and slip a little wine. I could probably be there about 3 hours.
You keep saying twerk, Shae. You're not going to twerk at the opera.
Yeah, you can't tell me what my butt cheek is doing under my
She said
dress.
she can twerk at
Right, she
that.
told me I could. It's
All
not like
right.
I'm going to stand up in front of everybody,
All
but
right,
I'm be under my dress.
Don't let the usher come and tap you on the shoulder.
They'll get into it.
That's not
The
allowed.
usher will get into it.
See, he ain't got, how you going to tell me what I'm doing under my skirt?
The usher mine is good.
Ma'am.
Control that cheek.
Come with me.
Do y'all get them little glasses things? Y'all
Oh,
got
yeah,
them?
opera glasses.
I want some. That's what I want to go.
You want to do that? Just for
Those
that?
like little mini binoculars.
Yeah. Remember, they had them on Pretty Woman, you couldn't get them.
What other art form has their own glasses? Like,
I know, right?
huge.
To look at the
Game
people
changer.
because you're so far away.
But I think
It's
now
not
those
even
like
that far
selfie
away.
stations
I
have
know.
co-opted.
They stole it. The
Yeah,
selfie
those like
stick.
selfie stations,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Nothing. You good? I'm just laughing.
Shame you looking at it making me
Yeah, I'm
feel
cracking
stupid.
up. No, I'm just cracking up. So you moved, like you said, you moved here. Was this your first place that you moved outside of home? Or did you ever try moving somewhere else?
No, so I did my doctoral work in Chicago.
Okay.
And then did a postdoctoral fellowship at the Toledo Museum of Art.
Okay.
And then was invited to join the staff at the Toledo Opera.
And you loving it?
I'm loving it. I mean, the thing about, so I worked in art museums for a long time, and people ask me a lot about what was my transition like from art museums to Toledo Opera. And the thing is that in the art museum, in general, you're supposed to keep the art in the museum, right? It's kind of frowned upon to take the art outside into the community. But with opera, anywhere that you bring a trained opera singer is an authentic opera experience. And so we can bring, our artists to the Toledo Botanical Garden. We can bring them to the Farmers Market. We can bring them to McClinton Nunn. And it's just as authentic an opera experience as it is on stage at the Valentine.
Oh, how was the response to the nuns?
Amazing. That was such a good day.
You said the nuns.
That's what we call them, the nuns. I was wondering what LMHA development you said, because you said the development. So you was in the nuns. Huh? What y'all was about to?
Well, actually, that was actually one of my favorite performances because, as we were setting up, people were kind of coming and going, and I saw a woman who, was doing her laundry. And so I just stopped her and said hi and introduced myself and invited her to come to the performance. And then, she said sure and walked away. And then, maybe one song into the performance, she came back and she'd completely changed her outfit. And she put on a really nice necklace and really cute shoes. And
she wasn't just about to
dressed
come.
up.
She wasn't about to just come. Somebody was going to be there.
Show up and show out, huh?
It just made my day, And she said that when she was a kid, she'd gone to opera camp at the Toledo Opera, so she just had a long history of the opera, and it really meant something to her.
Connection, that alignment like that.
Yeah. You never know.
Yeah.
So where y'all performed in that grass right there on Nebraska?
Today we're going to be at the Toledo
No, I'm talking about when you was in
We were right by the community building, so we set up a tent on that concrete patio.
Okay, that's a nice little spot.
Set up some chairs. Yeah, it was so great.
Got amps and microphones, or the opera people's voice was just strong enough?
The voices are really, really strong. I mean, they can fill the entire Valentine Theater, right? Like, they don't have any microphones or anything when they're at the Valentine, but when they're outside and there's traffic noise and, birds and things, they do use a microphone.
Man, do you make your voice that powerful?
Yeah, I can't. So.
And the McClinton Nuns. The air different over there.
Different kind of air. But that's what's up, though.
That is. Now, do you guys take volunteers?
Sure, yeah. So we would love to have some volunteers. Yeah, email me at agreenberg@toledoopera.org if you want to find out more.
Okay. And where can they find you at on social media?
You can find us at Toledo Opera on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I think that's it. Oh, YouTube. Oh, subscribe to us on YouTube.
Yeah, plug your stuff, girl.
Subscribe.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so.
So today at 5 at the Botanical...
5:30.
5:30,
Get there early if you want to get there early.
Everybody,
Yeah, get
come
your
at
parking
5 and
spot.
say
I was
hi.
about to say a good parking spot.
Yeah, so you can find it. You might not know get lost in the botanical maze or something.
Oh gosh, please don't get lost. Please come to the Elmer Drive entrance.
Elmer Drive entrance.
You heard it.
Real.
5:30.
5:30.
Till what time?
Till 6:15.
Oh, it's a short one.
Yeah, it's pretty
Oh,
short. I mean, yeah, they, these opera artists are athletes, right? Like we need to preserve their voices.
Yeah.
But yeah, come bring your families, bring your kids, sing along with us.
Oh.
And then after that, the next performance is the
So this is going to be the last outdoor performance of the year, which is why I really wanted to come today to promote that. And then the next thing after that will be Il Trovatore in October. So go to ToledoOpera.org/view to apply for a pair of free tickets.
And that'll be running from October to.
So that'll be October 8th and 10th.
Okay, just 2 days. So they don't run like plays, operas.
I know, that's what's so wild about it, that we are flying in, the top level opera singers, directors, lighting, wig stylists, costume, makeup, all of the most amazing opera people from the entire world. They fly into Toledo for 2 weeks, have an intensive rehearsal and performance period, and then they just fly away again.
Wow, for 2 weeks in our town.
Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff going on around here.
Yeah,
the
we
golf
do.
event, this opera event, that's crazy. Didn't even realize that we had this much stuff going on.
Talk about that.
Yeah, we get some footage of some of the top artists and makeup.
Maybe we can bring them on the show too.
That's what I was gonna say. Like if you invite me back, I would love to bring.
You
artists
always can
next
come
time.
back. When you come, you don't have to wait for us. If you got something going on in between that,
I wanna be on the
or
show
after
again.
that, just say I got something going on. When can I get booked? You don't have to wait.
Okay.
That's for anybody that's listening. A lot of people. No, but for real, because a lot of people I've talked to people about, and they was like, "Oh, wow, I was waiting for y'all," and I was like, "No, this is a two-way street. If you got something coming on and you want to come promote your business, just let us know, because there's so many people doing so many different
And
things.
it's only three
we can't
of us.
keep up.
It's only 3 of us.
And it's really only
right.
2.5 because you don't ever text back.
I be sleeping.
Outside of the group chat, and you don't say nothing at all. We
Right.
like,
But then I wake up like, hey, I got this happening, this happening.
you don't respond at all.
That's the other one.
That's because what?
That's the other one.
That's
that
the other one.
has been dismantled for a couple
Just me and
weeks.
Jesse.
Oh, so you
I
just
don't know
respond
what
to
he's
Jesse?
talking about. Yeah, he responded to me.
Oh, okay.
I respond to y'all too. It's just after I wake up. So I be sleep. I can't wait to go to sleep today.
You can't go to sleep today? Oh, well.
He said he can't wait to go to sleep today.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And turn his phone off.
Right.
Silent.
So this has been a great interview, Alyssa.
Great. Yes, thank you for
When I got the email, I was so excited.
What's crazy is we were emailing back and forth, and I was trying to give her a future date. She's like, "No, wait a minute. Like tomorrow, I need to be on because of what I'm glad it happened that way."
Thank you for accommodating me. I felt very bold, so I appreciate you.
No, yeah, I appreciate.
You gotta
that.
speak up sometimes.
Sometimes you gotta be bold.
No, because we didn't have a guest today. We was just gonna kind of like have Dennis and then kind of like shut the show down and go.
And go out the streets.
Okay, see, I was worried I bumped someone.
No.
We're getting ready for the
Sohan Cup.
Yes, that's right.
So we'll be there.
Get registered and stuff.
Yeah, we got to pick up our passes and stuff.
Cool, VIPs.
VIP.
I'm glad that
Say hi to the Meyer Pavilion.
Yeah. How they gonna have some grub in the pavilion too?
I hope so.
Know how I feel about grub.
Thank you guys for having me. This was really fun. I definitely want to come back and bring a singer.
Yeah, just let's let us know. We can make that happen.
Oh.
Is that time?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Talk amongst
We
yourself.
can talk about it later. But today's show is going to be a little short because we have some things to take care of after the show. We had to go register with the media center at the Solheim and downtown at ProMedica. So we'll be ending the show in the next few minutes. But tune in tomorrow. We'll have who we have tomorrow? Okay. The bar crawl.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we have the
we got all the we got Kenyatta, Alice from Blue Agave, and I think we got somebody from the D Icon and
we got
maybe
some
Tracy from the Spotlight.
Yep.
We got some bar
And
on
then
this
maybe somebody might come from
Evolution. Yeah.
And Uniques. I think we wait on.
Uniques too.
Yeah.
So, Shae, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, it's affirmation time with Shae K right here on the Rise and Grind Morning Show.
So this is something I like to do. Send off a positive message every day, no matter who's listening. Never know who's going through something. So I hope you accept it. So this is what it's saying for you today. One day, you will realize that it was never really a loss because you got it back 1,000-fold. What is gone is gone. But what is lost is never going to return because it was not meant for you. It will come back in a new form, bigger and better than you could ever imagine. Just trust that things are happening for a reason, even though you can't understand it right now in this moment. A loss could be a blessing because the gains from it could be even better.
Ain't that something?
That is something.
Yeah.
Especially what I came here talking about.
That was something. Yeah.
Something, yeah. And then I was.
See, that's for you. I don't even know what you're talking about. That's for you.
And then I was riding into work, and I was kind of waiting to see what Shae affirmation was gonna be.
Don't do that.
No, for real, because I felt in my spirit like something. It's your time. That's what I felt coming to me, and that just kind of lines up with.
No, I gave you some confirmation.
Yeah.
Don't make me cry.
Don't cry, Shae. We're about to end the show.
Well, I'm glad that you was ready to hear that. Yeah. So, and anybody else out there listening, if it's gone, it was not meant for you. Mm-hmm. All right. So don't dwell on what's gone. Only time we looking back is to see how far we came.
Yeah, because nothing lasts forever anyway.
Yes.
So,
it's just a season. Everything is a season.
Just some good words, Shae.
Longer than others.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, Alyssa, thank you for coming in today.
Yep, thank you for coming in. Like, this has been a great show. Whenever you want to come back, just let us know.
Thank you. I absolutely will. And now I know that being bold can be bold.
Be bold.
Be bold.
We like that.
Awesome. I really appreciate this. This is really fun.
Yes, thank you.
It's fun. It's fun. You know? We meet a lot of people in Toledo.
We do, yeah.
Speaking of meeting people in Toledo, shout out to our sponsors, Hotbox, Mud City Entertainment, Greater New Psalmist Church,
Amen,
Lance Self, the People Salesman,
yes sir,
J. Rush Jennings, Sasha Denise, Legendary Carpet Care,
hey now,
Kendo Harvey, The Social Butterfly,
hey Miss Carter,
Old Henry's Kitchen on Wheels,
rolling,
Details by Sino,
that's Splash.
No. Oh, you just messed it up.
Right.
And Witness Riches Forever.
Money.
If you would like to become a sponsor of the Rise and Grind Morning Show, send your info to Rise
and Grind
at the419grind.com and you can become a sponsor of our show.
Which one y'all like better?
None of them. Get a new one.
No, I like Splash. That's Splash.
No.
That's Splash.
No.
That's Splash.
So, Details by Sino, he wants us to promote his ceramic coating. So
that's gonna say too. I can't do that.
No, we gotta fix it. We can figure out a way to do it. So the ceramic coating is when he puts the coating on your car after it's waxed and it looks like.
Did he pay for that? Because if you ask for ad lib, are you paying for extra ad lib?
That's part of his. No. That's part of his promotion.
That's separate from me.
That's separate.
If you want me to say ad lib, that's a different cash app. I come up with ad lib I want to say, but if you want me to say something specific, that comes to my cash app, which is $Shae K89.
Okay, all right.
If you want a specific ad lib. Okay?
That's why I said crispy with the clear coat.
No, because that remind me of a piece of chicken. That splat, you just, that boom, that razzle dazzle, that's...
Okay.
We're going to figure out something.
I told you, I ain't changing unless I get paid.
Well, we'll see y'all tomorrow.
You and Details by Sino can work out there with get your contracts together.
Right.
I get my people to give your people. Dennis typing up my paperwork right now. That ad lib package, that's what it's called.
Wildlife protection too.
Well, today was another great show, and we will be back here tomorrow, 8:30.
To 10:30.
Yeah.
You said what?
Yeah, to 10:30.
Oh yeah.
Approximately. We got a busy week.
Yeah, so we might, we'll work on
Give or
time.
take a few minutes.
Yeah.
You know how we do.
Alrighty. Well, until next time. Mwah.
Oh, hi.